Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the full year 2024 reading for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages I receive, as well as meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you, especially because we're talking full year. Also, if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and get into it here. Column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So this is almost like a reflection of 2023, some of the big things that have happened, and some of the things that we get to leave behind in 2023. The next column is just general messages for 2024, so anything big that we need to know about. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the fifth and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the year, a healing note, a letting go note, and an angel wish, which is a message from a loved one who has passed away. But again, Scorpio, let's go ahead and get into it. So again, column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So a little bit of 2023 reflection here. First off, we have the card, summary affirmation card here of formation. Pretty literal card. I feel like things have been forming. Things have been coming together. We might have not felt like we got something done, that things are fully formed, that things have come to fruition yet, but the pieces are definitely coming together here for you, Scorpio, which is really nice to see. You know that saying, like, you've been watering the seeds for the next year. So I feel like you've done a really good job of that. You've been forming all the pieces, getting everything ready to have a really, really wonderful 2024. So formation happening in 2023. Let's see what other messages are here for you, Scorpio. Okay. The first card that we have is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a card of patience. So again, maybe we don't feel like we had the huge win, we had the victory this year, but the pieces have been coming together. Things are forming, things are falling into place. The Page of Pentacles can also be a money card, so I think we had a pretty good money shift for you in 2023, Scorpio. This is like money news, promotion, investment, some sort of money movement with the Page of Pentacles. But definitely the patience, the waiting coming into play here. The next card we have is the Six of Swords. If you look at this card, it's kind of like a little bit more of a dark, gloomy card. It's blue-gray. Everyone's facing away from us, but if you see, the boat is heading in a forward, positive direction here, Scorpio. So we were making progress. You were going through the transitions. You were going through the change. The formation was happening. You were progressing forward. We just haven't had the huge victory or aha, I think, that you've been waiting for. But again, things have been coming together. At the bottom here, we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of rivalry, obstacles, challenges. This could have been one conflict that was really significant for you, Scorpio, or this could have been like just kind of a bumpy road, small bumps in the road. It's not like the most significant, painful thing that ever happens, but again, it's kind of those reoccurring little bumps in the road that make things a little bit more challenging when we see the Five of Wands. Let's go and clarify now, though, see what other messages we can give you looking back on 2023. First up, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a card of giving or receiving. This is a very generous card. I think for many of you, you could have been doing some volunteer type work, donating your time. You might have been like tutoring someone, Scorpio. But it's interesting. I do see you on the receiving end. So I think this was also a pretty good month or a year, excuse me, again for money. So it does seem like there was some sort of increase, a little bit of receiving happening there that we're seeing. The next card that we have is the Six of Cups. This is also like a receiving card. So again, it does seem like we made a pretty good financial jump in 2023. The Six of Cups can also be a reunion card. So potentially we got reconnected with somebody. And this is also like a reflection card. I would encourage you, Scorpio, especially if you feel like we haven't made progress, if you don't feel like the boat has moved forward, to kind of reflect. This can very much so be a card of reflection. So you may realize, if you take a little bit of time to reflect, just how far things have come in 2023. Things have been forming, the pieces have been coming together. It's just not been that huge win yet, but there have been a lot of little wins, a lot of little steps forward, Scorpio. And at the bottom here, we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very solid, practical wise. Again, I feel like you put in the good work. You made all of the right moves. We just need that big win, that big success you've been holding out for. This is also an investment card, so I feel like you probably had some pretty good investments. There could have been a rocky one though here, potentially, that's connected to the Five of Wands. Generally, this is good investments though. Okay, moving on. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is general big messages coming for 2024. So excited to see this card for you, Scorpio. We have the magnetism card. This is very similar to manifesting. So it's like anything is possible in 2024. You're a magnet for the things that you want. You're attracting all the things that you want in 2024, which is so wonderful to see. My one piece of advice here, though, again, for those of you who are not familiar with manifesting, just giving an example, not saying that this applies, but like if you want to get out of debt, people will say no debt, no debt, no debt, but the universe is just hearing debt, debt, debt. So we need to be more careful about the way that we're thinking, the things that we're attracting. So we want to attract things more like an abundance of money. So instead of saying no debt, say something like an abundance of money. So again, we are attracting things constantly this year with the magnetism. You can attract anything you want to yourself, but we need to be thoughtful and careful about how we're asking for it. We also need to be clear on what we're asking for. So be clear on what you want for 2024, Scorpio, and the universe will definitely deliver that for you. Looking at our cards to start with, though, we have the Sun card. This is probably the best card I've seen for 2024, so it's pretty exciting, Scorpio. We have the Sun card up first. In terms of good cards in the tarot deck, it really doesn't get much better than the Sun card. This is material happiness, joyous outcomes, success, all good things. Again, probably hands down the most positive card in the deck. So looking forward to you having a really bright, wonderful, happy, healthy, enjoyable, successful 2024. The next card that we have is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of persistence. There is something I see you like continuing to push forward on, chip away at, likely the same thing that's been forming. Again, we planted the seeds, we've been watering them. We need to take care of them a little bit longer here. The Nine of Wands is also a card of boundaries, keeping and maintaining boundaries. So it's okay to say no. It's okay to say that you don't want to be involved with something. So be thinking boundaries for 2024 as well. At the bottom, we have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, anytime we have an Ace card, is a card of newness. The case of Ace of Swords, this is clarity. This is finding out some sort of information. So lots of clarity coming in 2024. Taking a look at our clarifiers now. First up, we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. This coupled with the Sun card is seriously perfect for you here, Scorpio. All of these things, the victory, the award, the success, the recognition, you've been, again, watering the seeds. Now the flowers are blooming. So super, super awesome pairing between the Six of Wands and the Sun card. The next card we have is the Ace of Cups. So in addition to the Ace of Swords, now you have the Ace of Cups. So definitely lots of newness coming in for you for 2024. The Ace of Cups is typically new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage. So typically love, but just lots of new in general here, Scorpio. At the bottom here, we have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of healing. So I do think this clarity, this information you find out, will give you a nice sense of healing. But in addition to the Three of Swords, potentially there could be a relationship that's ending and a new one starting just between the Ace of Cups and that Three of Swords there. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. Anything related to money. So a quick money message for you. It's okay to miss money, but imagine how it would feel if money missed you. Do things that attract and seduce money. Like attracts like. Make money want to be around you. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money, Scorpio. First up, we have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card of balance and harmony. It's also a really good card for moderation. So I like to see this. I feel like last year either work was really slow, work was really busy. So there's this kind of balancing that's coming. We're not overwhelmed, but we're not underwhelmed. It'll be a nice year of balance. The Temperance card is also encouraging moderation though. So I would definitely set a savings goal. I would set a budget for yourself. It would be a little bit more conservative spending money in 2024. Again, moderation. Temperance is hinting to some moderation there. The next card that we have is the Four of Wands. Love this. We see this nice finish line here. I just think you're getting so much complete. We're having so many successes, so many celebrations. So it's nice to see you're getting a lot of things across the finish line. Very productive, very successful year. At the bottom here, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is very active. Again, you're getting a lot done. You're getting things across the finish line. The Page of Wands can be a new project as well, though. So I feel like you could be taking on something new, maybe a new employee, maybe a new job responsibility. Something new there for sure. New to you, Scorpio. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the King of Wands. This is a very bold card. This is a very powerful card. When I see the King of Wands, this is like being in a position of power. Some of you might literally be like in a leadership or a position of power type role, but you have a lot of influence. You're well respected. I like to see this. Sometimes we are not appreciated by our employers. It seems that you really will be in 2024. Again, you have a good voice. They look to you for direction. I see you taking the lead. Again, you're in this position of power. It's nice to be in that position of power. The next card that we have is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is changes. So again, I feel like we are taking on something new here. So just be aware of that. This is a change to what we're doing. Maybe you finish something and then it changes to something else. And at the bottom, we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles can be a card of patience, delay, waiting. So there could be some projects that start a little slower. I think you might be told about this new project, Scorpio, and then it like kind of goes on hold. So that's interesting. So the change may be like announced, but then it takes a while for it to go into effect, I think is what I want to say about that. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. Quick message here for you. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendships within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So in this column, Scorpio, we're talking about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here. First up, we have the Hangman. The Hangman is kind of a stagnant card. I don't know that there is a ton of love movement for you. It doesn't mean like you won't be in a relationship, but I don't know that like I see like a divorce or a marriage or a lot of those kind of big movements, but it feels very steady with the Hangman. The Hangman's also like a card of wisdom, so it's kind of just learning and growing. We're progressing, but again, it's not, I'm not feeling like the major milestones necessarily here, Scorpio. Of course, we'll clarify that and validate that. The next card we have is the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is very much so a card of circle of support. It's family and friends. I encourage you to spend a ton of time with family and friends. Just get out there and enjoy. Like if you get invited to birthday parties or anniversaries or whatever it may be, enjoy those celebrations. Enjoy that time with the family and friends. That ties really nicely into the friendship card that we got at the top there as well. And at the bottom here, we have the Four of Cups. This can be like a card of like apathy, lack of fulfillment. I think for some of you, you maybe do want more. My advice would be to get clear on what it is you want. Because again, I feel like we're not like necessarily taking aggressive steps to it. We're just kind of taking it in. But let's clarify, see what else I can give you here in terms of love, Scorpio. This is great to see. So we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups has a card. It's a literal meaning of wishes coming true. So if there is something that you want, Scorpio, you need to be very clear on it. We talked about that with the magnetism card. So start to work to attract those things to yourself. Whatever it is that you want, you can have. But again, it's kind of like we're in this holding period right now. I don't see you taking a lot of really aggressive moves in 2024. The next card we have is the Two of Cups. Again, I think there could be some really great relationships happening here. The Two of Cups is a stellar love card. Deep partnership. It seems mostly friend-driven though, just given that it's on top of the Three of Cups. So I'm going to echo the message before there's definitely potential for love, really strong romantic love here, but I see us enjoying a lot of family and friend time come 2024. At the bottom, we have the Hangman. So repeat Hangman coming up. Again, we need to figure out what this is that we want. So we know that we're not really happy, but we need the wisdom to know what we want. We need the perspective to know what we want so we can move forward there. Once you're clear on it, though, you have the Nine of Cups saying wishes coming true, and overall magnetism card. So you could change this in any which way, shape, or form. Taking a look now at our fifth and final column, we have a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card Discernment. If you look at this card here, Scorpio, it's very pretty. It has lots of flowers and greenery around it. In short, this card is like you're the product of your environment. You are who you hang out with. You are what you eat. All of those type of things. Again, we're a product of our environment. Our who we surround ourselves or what we surround ourselves with really does have an influence on us. So put yourself in the best situation possible. Eat the best food you possibly can. Have those quality relationships. Do those things you enjoy. What you surround yourself really is going to have an impact in you on 2024. I think it does all the time, but clearly this is important come 2024. Taking a look at our cards, first up we have the World card. The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana. It's completing a goal. It's completing a lesson. I do think there is some sort of influence, like maybe a relationship we don't like, or like perhaps we have like a certain food group like sugar that we really like. Again, we're really being heavily influenced by our environment. So I feel like we're going to end something. We're going to change something for the better. We're realizing the impact that this something has and saying, okay, I'm going to end it and move forward with something else. The next card we have is the King of Wands. We talked about the King of Wands earlier. You're definitely in the position of power. You have the influence around what food you eat, what environment you surround yourself in. If you keep a clean house or a messy house, all of those things are in your control. So the environment that you put yourself in. Again, you're in the position of power here. It does look like you're going to use it because I think you're going to change something. And these changes are good long term with their 10 of Pentacles. These are like this is like leaving a legacy. This is making healthy changes. This is doing strategic things. So I like whatever this change is that you're making. Again, you're a product of your environment, and your environment's going to be a lot healthier when we stop whatever this one thing is. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Nine of Wands. This is a card of boundaries. Again, this is knowing when to say no. It seems like we're going to start saying no to something there. The next card we have is the Ten of Wands. This has us stressed, exhausted. It's some sort of burden. Whatever this is this thing is taking a toll on us. And we realize that now when we see that it's in our control to stop it. And that's why with the World card, we're ending whatever it is. At the bottom, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is like getting very good at the things we're doing, enjoying the things that we're doing, putting in the hard work, reaping the benefits of that hard work. So that's pretty clear with the Ten of Pentacles that this is like long-term the right thing to do. So put in the work now to make this change to your environment, and it will really pay off for you long-term, Scorpio. So nice reading. I do apologize for the glare there, but you'll be able to see all those cards and we talk through them. At this time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video here and think of them. I would recommend 2024 questions, but this is your reading and you can ask whatever you want, Scorpio. But question number 1, we have the Ace of Clubs. This is number 31 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the 4 of Spades. This is number 49 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3 is the Jack of Spades, number 52 card. This is going to be a yes. So no, no, yes there for you. We are going to pull a crystal from our Healing Stones deck. This is actually a crystal to keep with you for the full year of 2024. You have labradorite, which is really good for realism. It's great for mediumship. Gives you knowledge, greatness of mind. Interesting thing with labradorite, you see how it like kind of has this rainbow color to it. When you find the piece you need, it will like flash at you. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you go and look at labradorite, you'll know what I mean. So the piece you need will find you. Next, we're going to do a healing note. We can all always use more healing. Your healing note says, you are filled with healing love. We are also going to do a bonus card pull here. We're going to pull a card from our Let Go deck. You know, we need to let go of 2023, get ourselves ready for 2024. Your note says, stand in a garden and be thought-free for just a moment. Also, we're going to pull a card from our Angel Wishes deck. This is a message from a loved one who's passed away to you. The note says, problems resolve when you surrender them to your angels. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Scorpio, and I hope you have the best 2024.